Hi guys, welcome to Cumbrian Lad Outdoors and welcome to today's video. Now today's video is being shot in some local woodland which is very close to me, just 10 minutes walk up the road from my house. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be having a first look at my new hammock, which is the One Tigris Kompound hammock. Now as you all know, I've been using a cheap 25 quid eBay hammock for approximately a couple of years now, and to be fair, it's been absolutely brilliant. The tarp that came with it wasn't so good. I replaced that with the DD4 before, but the hammock itself, I can't really fault it, other than the fact that it is a little short for me. I did feel a little bit of nipping at the feet end with that. I didn't want to spend big money, but I did want something a little bit longer, so that's why I've gone for the One Tigris Kompound hammock. Now this was £43 off of Amazon plus shipping, so great money. So it comes in a little zip pouch, and on the back of it you can see there we've got a couple of mesh pockets. So what this bag that it comes in does is it actually hangs up inside the hammock as like a utility pocket. So as well as these two little pouches on the back side, you've got the main zip compartment as well. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is the straps that it come with, because I'm really not so keen on these. So yeah, so these are the straps that it comes with. Now I'll come in close to the camera so you can see there they're very thin and they're also not very wide. It is triple stitched, and if I unravel it completely out, it is quite long, which is good, but the daisy chains part, there's only 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, they are pretty well stitched. There you can see, but I don't know, I just don't like them. So these are the straps that I normally use. We unravel that. Now these weren't expensive. I think I paid £8 for this pair of these daisy chains. And if I bring this close up to the camera, you can see there. I'll put them side by side shortly, but you can see there that's considerably thicker. And the stitch in there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's also stitched. Oh yeah, it's also stitched lengthways as well. That goes the whole length. Now these are 2 meters, and these have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 holes for adjusting your hammock up and down. So I'm going to swap the ones that come with it and use these, because I think these are much better. But yeah, if I hold them side by side, you can see the difference in thickness there. So put them widthways on. You can see there it's a good quarter. The ones that I originally had are a good quarter wider again than the other ones that come with the hammock. And if I put them side by side, you can see there, I'll just open it up a wee bit, you can see there they're a good bit thicker. I would say at least double the thickness. So yeah, that's my first observation with the compound hammock, is although the straps that come with it will probably get you by, I would certainly be looking at advising you guys to swap them out for something more substantial. So what you do with the daisy chains, you can either singly loop it round the tree or double loop it, depending on how close or how far away the trees are. And then obviously you've got your adjustable sections to clip up and clip down with the hammock. So we'll set the daisy chains up first. Trees are quite far away, so I'm just going to loop it the once today. nice and easy. So we'll get the hammock set up. So yeah, all you do is you pull the hammock out of the pocket that it comes with, and clip the carabiners onto your daisy chains. And there we have it, that's the hammock set up, as easy as that. Right, so inside the hammock, what it does have is like a top layer for when it's cold. You can pull that over the top of you, just as an extra way of trapping some heat in. But if you don't want that, all you need to do is unzip it. And quite simply roll that up to the foot end, where there's a little storage compartment, netting storage compartment, and you just tuck it in there and that's out the way. So let's have a little hang, see what we've strung it like. It might go a little low, but yeah, might want to go up a little higher, but for today's purpose of things, that will suffice. In fact, I might just lift it up a little bit. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so nice and easy to adjust with the daisy chains. Just lifted it up one side, and that's a much better hang for me. Now, with this having an integrated ridge line here to act as your line to hang your pocket on, and also hold the netting up. While I'm sat in it, it is a little bit in the way, but once I'm laid down, as I'll show you in a minute, it's not really a problem. So what I'll do is I'll just kick my shoes off, and we'll have a test hang. So there we go. As you can see there, once I'm in the hammock, plenty of room. Like I say, I'm 6'3". I've got an arm's length above my head to the top there, and my feet have still got plenty of room. I'll just get myself centered in it. There we go, that's a bit better. If I scoot myself up the back end a wee bit. There we go. You can zip your bug net up. Keep all the mozzies out. And that's a great hang for me, that. Really comfortable. Just perfect. And like I say, this bag that it comes in, I'll show you again closer in a minute, but they just clip over these hooks that are inside the ridge line. He says. Lock that out of the way. And there you go, you can see there you've got the main pocket for putting your phone and your keys and stuff like that in, but also you've got the two mesh pockets on the other side, so all your valuables and the stuff that you need to access quickly are very easily accessible. Now these only a zip on one side, this back side doesn't have a zip, so maybe One Tigris, if you do get to watch this, you might want to consider putting a zip on both sides, just to make it a little bit more user friendly. It's not a biggie, just a nice little touch, I think, if you were to add that. And here we've got one this side and one that side is actually a peg out point. I personally don't think I'm going to get on very well with those. I think I'll end up tripping over them, and I think they'll be more of a nuisance than any use. But if you want to, there's a bit of a cord with some elastic on, and you can just peg it down either side, which will just hold the hammock open. And also the under blanket that I've been using will fit on this. I haven't brought it with me today, but I have tried it and it does fit very well. So I also don't need to go out and buy another under blanket. Yeah, let's just have a look at this cover zipped up. Nice and easy, and that zips up quite a good way. There's also a zip toggle on the inside and the outside of those zips, so you can unzip it from the inside nice and easy without having to get your hands on the outside and fiddle about too much. But yeah, if I zip that up, scoot myself all the way to the top of the hammock. As you can see, that's a nice another level of insulation to help keep you warm if you're hammocking in the winter time. So if I just go on the inside there, that's that toggle on the inside, so I don't have to reach to get out. Nice and easy. I'm liking that. One thing, another suggestion for One Tigris, if you are watching, if you possibly made this so it would also, how can I put it, if this was ruffled with elastic, so it would actually go to the same size as the main hammock, if you laid on top of it, you could actually put an inflatable sleeping mat underneath, where as it stands at the moment you can't actually sit. You either have to have it on top of you or rolled up. So if you made it wide enough, same size as the hammock, but with elastic in, so when you had it on top of you it was the same size as this, or if you wanted to double use it, you could put your inflatable mat inside and then put your sleeping bag on top, and the elastic would stretch out. Once you're in it, it would just act as a normal hammock. So once again, if you do get to watch this video, One Tigris, that might be something else you might want to incorporate. It would make another use out of this layer of material, whereas at the moment it's only got one single use. So as you can see, again, as soon as I sit up, this ridge line is a little bit in the way for tall people. It's manageable. It's manageable. Like I say, for the benefit of having something that's more comfortable lengthways, I'm quite prepared to put up with that. Don't think it's too bad. So what we'll do is we'll bring you in closer and let you have a closer look at some of the smaller details. So as you can see, the carabiner that it came, carabiners that came with it, decent quality. Now that being said, I've had to use a carabiner off my key rings today for the other side, because mine only came with one carabiner. So if you do order the compound hammock from One Tigris, just make sure that everything is in the packet before you go outside and don't get caught out like I've done. Luckily enough, I had a spare carabiner with me. Now let's just have a quick look at this. This is the ridge line and it is adjustable, as you can see here. It's very similar to the adjustment on my One Tigris iron wall tent. So you simply lift that up there, pull that bit of string that way and it tightens it, and obviously just lift it up and pull back, and then that'll reduce the tension in that ridge line there. Let's have another little close up there. All the stitching is absolutely bang on, double stitched over the stress points. as you can see in orange. The zip work, sorry, the stitching around the zip is absolutely on point everywhere. Oh. Again, double stitched there. Oh, my little pockets fell down. Where are we at? We'll just get that back on. So there we go. We'll just flip that netting out the way, and as you can see, oh, there we go. That's your pocket there, which obviously zips up. So you've got all your valuables zipped away there, and anything that you need to access really quickly, like I say, on the other side, you've got those two mesh pockets. That's a really good idea. I like that. That being said, I would have liked to have seen another pocket. Like I say, you've seen me use my cheap hammock, and that's got a pocket that hangs down here as well. So that's something that One Tigris might want to consider also, is adding another little pocket on the front here. That's something that I found really, really handy on my cheap hammock. So there we go. The other end of the ridge line is just a little tiny carabiner. That's really handy. And again, you can see there, all the stitching is absolutely bang on. You've also got another little pocket there. That's what, if you're not using that top blanket, quilt, whatever you want to call it, that would also act as another storage area. So there we go. If I zip that completely up out the way and fire, so there we go. And that quite simply, try to do everything one-handed here, that just pops in there. There we go, and it's stored out the way. I'll give you a look with it completely zipped up from the outside. So there we are, that's it zipped up, and it looks, there we are. So there we go, that's it zipped up with nobody in it, and as you can see, that ridge line does stay quite taut and the netting stays out of the way. So all in all, I'm quite impressed at the One Tigris Kompound hammock for the first look. Right guys, so as you can see, when I'm laid down inside the hammock, that ridge line is nowhere near in the way at all. I've took the pocket down just for now, just so I can do a bit of filming. So yeah, I think I might just give myself 10 minutes here before I go home. So thank you very much for clicking on today's video. I hope you've enjoyed my first look at the One Tigris Kompound hammock, and I hope you found it informative. So yeah, I'm going to have myself 10 minutes hang here, and then I'm going to get myself away home. So thank you very much again for clicking on today's video. Stay safe. Much love from a Cumbrian lad.